dating back to their days sharing Candlestick Park with the San Francisco Giants. A foghorn followed the 49ers down to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium, where it continues to blare and let the Bay know it is time for some football. Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And off we go in Santa Clara. Here's Parker Washington with the return. Showing a little burst so far. Now that's some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the fifth-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, all eyes turn to their quarterback's signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing his Lawrence on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the 4th-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss. He was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it forward a little to his 46. Down by Caleb Ransom.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
3rd down now. Jaguars going nickel. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Oh, he puts some air under this one. Right side. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And the 49ers first down. First down and goal to go.
McCaffrey. Gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. They go play action. Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Travis Etienne. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
On the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Logan Cook on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Play action now with Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense.
Purdy has it knocked out. Jags pick it up. And Jacksonville makes a house call. Touchdown. The Jaguars cut it to a load points on the scoreboard. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. So Reed the give to McCaffrey. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
And 2nd down only works out for a yard. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it brings up a San Francisco first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, McCaffrey. He's got a gain of 6 there. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They stick with McCaffrey. Still fighting forward. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
49-yard gain. The 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers break the tie here in the 1st. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the 49ers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Jaguars 7.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, ETN gets it. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That finds Hunter downfield. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars trim the lead to 1. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
They'll go to the option on second down. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
And the 49ers, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This has the makings of a shootout. A lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of one. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at first down here. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on second down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it third and short.
Leads to third down and 1.
Looking to throw on third and 1. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, looks like the 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Lawrence now off the play action. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
Well, that draw gets them as many yards as a lot of passes would right there. And until this defense proves they can stop these draw plays, you can expect to see them worked into the game plan throughout.
On second down, it's ETN. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. They've got first down from the 31.
An 8-yard pickup.
ETN again. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Offense to the line for second down.
Back at the 33-yard line.
Lawrence working from the gun. Getting out to his left. And this winds up a short gain to the 29. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. Drive in dire straits. It's third and 9. Third and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
A 46-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And they've taken back the lead.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Nice pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He's got Ayuk downfield. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another 49er 1st down. 1st and
They've got
10
1st down from the 31.
line.
Purdy going to look to run. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a fluke failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
That's going to be good for a 1st down from Purdy as he gives himself up to avoid the hit. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Team 4 yards. And the 49er 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Purdy to throw. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 2nd quarter lead. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead.
Niners 21, Jaguars 17. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Oh, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the 49ers. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
This really should be their last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
12 to go now on 2nd down after the sack. Out of the gun, Lawrence. They want him again, and he goes down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
I love how this defense recognized a little momentum on that 1st down sack, and instead of playing prevent going soft, all they did was amp up the pressure. It is a lonely, terrible place as a quarterback when you can feel those defenders, when they know they've got the momentum. As an offense, you got to respond, and you got to do so now on the 3rd and extra long.
And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. Jacksonville in punt formation. Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. They will maybe get 2 out of that, so that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers need some big yards in a hurry. Purdy to throw it. Pearsall on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the 49er first down.
Purdy throwing here on 1st. He keeps it and takes off. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play. That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Working now from the gun. That's going to be caught by his back. McCaffrey. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Purdy throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
It's a double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Now Purdy. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Intended for Brandon.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? And it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Jaguars going on offense one final time in the opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Pass is caught, that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
incomplete.
That one was intended for Travis Hunter. So it'll be second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They go play action, Lawrence. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Catch made. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Into traffic, complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 44.
A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Makes the catch, and he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And they keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy going to look to run. One stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. Got the give on the zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
On third down, Purdy. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
Gain of 11 yards.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
A gain of 12 yards.
Here's Etienne on first down. They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
And the Jaguar first down.
And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. He's keeping it again. A good business decision there as he comes up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now third down.
7. And this is third down.
Lawrence to throw it. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
A 43-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Gray now on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. From the gun is Purdy. The Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a 49er first down.
And the 49er first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
38-yard line.
On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. All right, here we go. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Jags loading up the secondary on this third down. They've got 6 DBs out there. Third and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Jaguars take over.
Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on third? Here he goes, third and long. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
Even on third and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force the throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
And he gets it away from his end zone. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Another pistol, McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Purdy on the play action. He brings it in. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Purdy will sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Devin Lloyd on the coverage defensively.
Here's Purdy to throw. Now here he goes. And that's going to be good for a first down from Purdy as he gives himself up to avoid the hit.
It's a gain of 20. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's 49ers football, and we'll see if they can close things out for a win. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
And a yard.
There's a dive up the middle. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The 49ers grow the lead to 7. Christian McCaffrey the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the 49ers grow their lead to 8. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Jukes away from 1. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And he's got it. It's in close. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars down by only 2 in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
So Lawrence lining the Jaguars up. They're going for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's taken down. The defense maintains the 2-point lead. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They have to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw, Purdy. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Ayuk makes the catch. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, Armando Robinson. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing the run was coming.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Brings it in at the 12. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Lawrence working from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up and just couldn't quite find the connection.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First down throw by Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Now it's time out for an injured player. That's Christian McCaffrey being attended to. Hopefully with his history, this is something minor. Nickel look by the Jaguars here. 3rd down. Throw here. 3rd down. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Jaguars send Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Lawrence again here, 2nd and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game.
Lawrence is hit, the ball is loose, and the offense is there to recover, but they're still stuck inside their own 10.
Recovered by the offense.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Run it with Robinson from the pistol. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. There's a counter give to Robinson. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
That heater is going to fall to the turf. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and long. On now comes their punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Counter give to Etienne. It's on the turf, ball's out, he lost it. But the Jaguars get back on top of the loose football. They're keeping possession.
Recovered by the offense.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Don't give this up the middle to Etienne. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and
Markers
10.
reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But the Jaguars get back on top of the loose football. They're keeping possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. And this is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And they get to him again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. He'll throw it. He's running for it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Oh boy, we've got to pause here because Trevor Lawrence, he was the one hurt on that play, and now he's in need of some attention from the medical staff. Down a score, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Coaches challenge you to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. We'll come up on 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
They stick with McCaffrey. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So we'll read the give to McCaffrey. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a 1st and goal. And the defense choosing not to let the 2-minute warning run just yet. They're going to call time. 2:06 left in our contest. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. This time it's a passing play. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Purdy to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers up by just a couple of points. Calling his own number here on 3rd and goal. Oh, what a time for some big plays up front, partner. Back-to-back losses, and they force a 4th and goal. A big moment coming up for Eddie Pinheiro on this attempt. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Escapes the defender. This makes it up to the 25. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Able to find Strange here. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
Jaguars, first down.
Setting up to pass. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Got to hurry this to the line.
14 yards. That's another Jaguars.
Here he is to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Jason Kinnock there defensively.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
His pass.
Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
Third ball.
Here he is to throw. Oh no, the ball is loose! And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Desperation time here on fourth. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points as that one falls, Brock. Instead, just a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.